Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some football? All right. Sports Pet Network bringing to you the hard count. I am your host, Cobra, and I am joined by frequent contributors Tyler and Ryan, and special guest from Noot City, Chris. How you doing, guys?
Doing well.
Going pretty good.
Never been better. I'm in the middle of a Walmart on a podcast. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing as well as I can. How about you, Emperor Noot Noot?
I'm good, man. Burning my butt off here in San Antonio, Texas. But hey, we're living.
Yep, definitely sounds like you're humping a cactus right now. Oh yeah. Preseason has been pretty electric so far. Minnesota Vikings losing their quarterback of the future, McCarthy, to a season-ending ACL tear. I'm pretty sure you guys would like to talk about that. I'm gonna, of course, this roundtable we're gonna be, starting it off with Tyler first, then Ryan, then Chris, then myself. We're gonna do a little roundtable discussion about this, like a little bit quick. You got a minute. Just make it quick. Don't take too damn long.
2-minute drill. 2-minute drill.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Tyler?
with the JJ McCarthy injury, the Vikings are looking to who I don't know who they have as their backup.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold looked good at the 49ers last year. I think he'll be all right in the NFC North. The NFC North is a weak division, and hopefully Justin Jefferson and Addison will stay healthy.
I disagree with the NFC North being a division. Ryan,
I would disagree with that too. I think the Bears look good. Packers looked good last year, and the Lions. I don't anticipate the Lions being any worse than they were last year. So I would definitely disagree on that. But when it comes to their backup, I wouldn't put my confidence in Sam Darnold. I think potentially looking towards a free agent, like maybe even Ryan Tannehill, bringing him in, I think that's a better option than sticking with Sam Darnold. But I'm not making the decisions at the team.
Damn, exactly. We unfortunately are general managers of the team. Chris, what would you like to add?
Well, I mean, we know someone who is a Vikings fan, and it's sad, because this is a rookie quarterback. He's gonna show hopefully he has a good career. But the Vikings, I mean, they're in a division with a top heavy Lions team who has Super Bowl aspirations. Green Bay's right there. Chicago could actually make some noise. If I were them, I mean, either get a free agent quarterback or stick with Darnold. They did get Sam Corral from the Birmingham Stallions from the UFL to be a backup. Let's see how it goes for them. Other than that, prepare for a long season, Vikings fans.
Isn't it Matt Corral, not Sam Corral?
I'm sorry, Matt Corral. I'm sorry.
Yep.
No
yes, Vikings fans, prepare for panel, man. A pure panel. Unless you decide to actually complete the meme and go after Aaron Rodgers and you get the Brown 2.0, then all he has to do is commit some form of welfare fraud in his state, and you'll be good. The cycle will be complete. Oh, wait, hold on. Allegedly, we don't want to be sued yet.
It's allegedly.
Allegedly. All right, so let's get away from the Vikings panel for a little bit. We're going to definitely bring up another team that's dealing with some injuries as well. That's the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have been definitely dealing with an injury bug. Cole Bishop, their recent safety draft pick, he got injured with, his arm got injured. Matt Milano is done for the season. They had signed Chase Claypool to a PT.
Probably in the middle.
Okay, because he's on maybe folder.
Yeah, Tyler, if you're having a discussion with your work, please mute your mic.
Okay.
As I was saying, Chase Claypool, their free agent, their offseason acquisition, he got cut due to injury. It's looking to be another second verse, same as the first for the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass is definitely not performing up to snuff. Although again, it's I don't know what's going on. So I want to hear your opinions. I think Tyler would be a little bit busy, so we're going to go right to you, Ryan. What is your opinion on the Buffalo Bills injury woes?
All right. So for the most part, when it comes to early draft picks getting injured and going back a little bit to the Vikings, I think that isn't as important, especially if the guys who drafted are young. And so being out of season, yeah, it sucks that you don't get to see them as early, miss out on a year of development, but sometimes they come back stronger. Now for Matt Milano, that's the big crushing blow there for them because they lost him last year pretty early on as well.
Yeah.
Although I thought they were talking though about he might be back in like December or January for a late season potentially playoff push if the Bills are in contention.
Yeah. Well, I don't know with Matt Milano as well. I mean, hopefully, unlike last year we didn't have any linebacker depth. We were pretty much covering Travis Kelce with plumbers and Make-A-Wish kids. So that's another reason why the Bills lost. Like try covering Kelce when you only have 3 linebackers on the core that are healthy. So, that was another reason why the Bills lost that game. You try doing that. But what do we so Tyler, we're talking about the Bills and losing Matt Milano and their injury woes.
That's going to be a huge loss. I mean, like last year, you were saying about the injury, like 3 core linebackers were injured, and their defense was hurt. Is it what's his face back this year though?
Von Miller. You're talking about Von Miller.
Von Miller, yeah.
Von Miller's back. I don't know his skill. I don't know how much of his skill set he still has. I mean, he's 35. He's coming off another ACL tear. Last year he did not do anything. I'm pretty sure a lot of us considered him a 0 on the stat sheet. So again, we'll see what happens with Matt Milano. He's more of an edge than a linebacker, but maybe Buffalo gets something in the offseason. Chris, your opinion.
All right. So for the Bills, I mean, it sucks that you guys got the injury bug as a fan of a division rival. It's going to make the division interesting because now I still don't want to write out the Bills in the East, especially with the Dolphins and the Jets. But knowing that the Dolphins did take some of your pieces on defense, I think you guys are going to be weaker now than in previous years, but this is the Bills. They'll always find a way to get something.
Yeah.
I feel like they do the most with least pieces sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. The modern day Buffalo Bills of this generation is definitely doing a lot with less. It seemed like, we are able to find something in any player that was considered a low caliber, low tier, and they just turn out to be just gems. I mean, Gabe Davis, for example, he was a 4th or 5th round pick, and he turned into a legit star receiver for the Bills before his time had finally ran out in Buffalo. And as far as Matt Milano is concerned, my concern is, is that Matt Milano might become like what we did with Tre'Davious White. Second injury in a row in just as many years, and it's a major injury. We get rid of him. That's a question. And I'm following up onto Chris's opinion on not counting out the Bills. I do agree with him on that. Considering he is a Dolphins fan, I think that the Dolphins and the Bills are definitely going to be division rival swappers, per se. They will be tops in the league. I don't think the Jets are contenders at all. Considering Aaron Rodgers is coming off Aaron Rodgers is coming off an Achilles tear. He's long into his career. And the New England Patriots are, they're just nowhere near they're nowhere near the threat they used to be. Brady was ruining the league. Yeah, when Tom Brady was ruining the league with his human growth hormone abusing ass, allegedly. That was and we got one more roundtable subject to talk about. I hate to bring this up because every time I bring up a certain team out of the deepest darkest depths of Pennsylvania, he likes to show up in his IROC Camaro and Iron City beer. So let's unfortunately let's rip the Band-Aid off the wound because he's been excited. He'll probably be in about a minute. Let's talk the Steelers. Tyler, talk the Steelers.
Honestly, I like the quarterback fight in the preseason. It gives Steelers fans to have some hope. I think Justin Fields is not. I mean, neither one of the quarterbacks are terrible quarterbacks. I mean, Russell Wilson just needs a team to believe in him. And I think they'll be good again. But with Justin Fields, he just needs the team.
But I miss talking about Kenny Pitt with his tiny hands bigger than his cock.
I was waiting for that.
Hi, Yinzer. How are you doing? Don't talk to me. Steelers got the Super Bowl. Steelers got the Super Bowl. Delusional as always. Delusional as always, aren't you? Yes, I am.
It could be worse. Could be Cowboys fans.
Oh God, those people. Ryan, is there anything you like to add, or has the Yinzer blown your speakers? Okay, maybe Ryan definitely didn't hear. It must have gone deaf. So, Chris, talk about the Steelers. Yeah, they're and I'll. Yep.
All right, the Steelers. I mean, they're in that. I mean, the Steelers, if anything, they're reminding me of a team that they share a city with, like the Penguins. Pieces that you've known for God knows how long, but they're just in a division that.
Sidney Crosby.
That's you have
Malkin,
Evgeny Malkin, Crosby, Letang. Sorry to divert to hockey, but
hey, we're getting excited about hockey here too, man. Hopefully we get a podcast started about hockey.
Yeah, hopefully. But switching to the Steelers, I mean, sure you have Wilson in this, but you're in a division with Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Cleveland has a good defense. Baltimore has a good defense. Everybody in that division are dogs. I would not be surprised if
the only thing that's holding the Cleveland Browns back is famous women respecter Deshaun P. Diddy Combs Watson.
Exactly. The problem is that you're probably the hardest division in all of football. Because it doesn't matter who your quarterback is. Those defenses will try to stop you. Every time it's an AFC North versus AFC North game, I'm surprised not even the body bags. I'm surprised body bags aren't used because they're low scoring. Nobody could get anything out there. But I mean, if the Steelers think they could do this with Russell Wilson, more power to them.
Russell Wilson's gonna die.
Yeah. Russell Wilson, don't get me started on him. I mean, I think a lot of people are still pining for some delusional Yinzers are pining for famous women respecter Big Ben Roethlisberger to come out of retirement because they still think he can throw a football. Although they're not looking forward to him returning to the city of Pittsburgh because he owes beer tabs. Fat fuck. So.
He actually does, believe it or not. That's actually a legit thing.
That is legit. The only reason why Pittsburgh tolerates him is he can throw a football and his name isn't Cordell Stewart. That's it for the roundtable. By the way, this roundtable was brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee. Hey, Bulletproof Coffee, we haven't used you in a while. Bulletproof Coffee has been our coffee brand that's been sponsoring us for a while. They don't only do coffee. They do supplements like collagen, green machine, and other supplements to keep you healthy and lively. Click our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Tell them that the Social Sports Pad Network sent you. Tell them Cobra sent you, and show us some love. All right. Now, since we all have different teams we'd like to discuss, first week of preseason has gone on. What are your expectations of your team during this season? I'm going to start with Tyler, Ryan, Chris, myself. You know how we all joined in. So let's start.
Do you want to be
Tyler.
realistic, or do you want me to be realistic or actually hopeful?
If you're realistic, I know where you're going. If you're going realistic, you're gonna right into a brick wall.
Yep. That's why I thought that. So for being realistic, I don't expect much.
Right. All right.
I expect Daniel. I was gonna finish.
What record? What record do you think?
3-14.
3-14. Okay. By the way,
my hopeful record 7-10.
By the way, I will also add if no playoff record right now, so just regular season record. Ryan.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your expectations on your favorite team? Realistically, just say who it is and their regular season record.
All right. Well, my team is the Indianapolis Colts, and realistically, looking at it, we've got essentially a rookie quarterback. Obviously, Richardson played 4 games last year, so I don't necessarily know.
An asterisk on rookie, yes.
Yeah, not a rookie in the sense that it's actually his first season, but we really don't know what we have in Richardson, so finding out that he's the guy is more important than what the actual win-loss record shows. I anticipate probably around a 50-50 win-loss rate.
So
optimism says we'll go.
So you're going to say 8-9?
No, I'm actually thinking we go 9-8, beat the Jaguars last week of the regular season, and vault ourselves into the playoffs as the 7th seed. That's the optimism. I think we go. I think us and the Jaguars both go into that game 8-8. Winner goes to the playoffs as a 7th seed. The other team goes home.
I swear that's huffing as much cocaine as Jim Irsay. Chris,
what about that is unrealistic? That seems pretty accurate. That
does kind of feel pretty realistic.
I
humbly disagree, because now I am thoroughly convinced that Indianapolis is where rookie quarterbacks go to die. Just ask Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
And Peyton Manning.
Let's just say that our quarterback goes down again. We've got Joe Flacco now as the backup.
Oh, that is true. You guys have Flacco.
So worst case scenario, let's say.
But here's the thing: are you going to get with Joe Flacco? Are you going to get last year's Flacco or 3 years ago Joe Flacco, where he couldn't even make the Broncos bench?
Well, I mean, we'll see. It'll depend, but I'd like to assume that we can get last year's Joe Flacco, and I think we have more talent in our offense than Cleveland had, especially after Chubb went down.
Yeah, well, and I get and definitely everyone.
We've got an elite running back on the same level as Chubb with Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Everyone in Cleveland had a Chubb for Chubb until Chubb went down. Hate to say that because Nick Chubb was a great back.
Nick Chubb's awesome. I love Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Nick Chubb.
Yes, exactly. And unfortunately, his knee turned to powder. So Chris, now returning to you. What is your regular season expectation of the Miami Dolphins?
Miami Dolphins. I want to say I think 11-7, maybe. I double-digit wins. I think 11-7, maybe.
11-6.
11-6.
Yeah, it's
11
11 and 6 would be the math.
Okay. 11-6, maybe. Like a certain someone we know, 12-5, but that's just being optimistic. That's just being too hopeful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think Joey Overstreet is optimistic about the Broncos going 12-5. That's not happening.
That's not happening. But I want to say the
love you,
Dolphins
Joey.
could.
Yeah.
I want to say they could probably win the division. That is an expectation. They have the talent to do it. The thing is, I don't know once we switch to the cold ones is when they crack the bed. But I think they could make a legit playoff run.
So now for me, I'm definitely gonna. I'm probably going to agree with Chris's assessment that I think the Dolphins win the division. That being said, I don't think the Bills are going to do as bad as a lot of people think. Yeah, the Bills offloaded a lot of pieces, but they've gained a lot of exuberance and youth. They still have Josh Allen, they still have Dalton Kincaid, they still have Dawson Knox, they still have a very good defensive front four. They still have some good cornerback pieces in Rasul Douglas, and Taylor Rapp at safety. So I think they're going to go 10-7. 10-7. They're going to be in the wild card. That's what I think. That sounds a little too low considering it's the Bills. But the other caveat to that is the Buffalo Bills have a very tough schedule. I'm being serious. If you look at the schedule, the Bills I think have the second or third worst schedule in the NFL. Like they have to face the NFC. They have to face the AFC North. They've got the Ravens. They got the Bengals. They got the Browns. They got the Steelers. 4 teams right there that could definitely give them some heartburn. And they got the NFC North as well. Yeah. So again, don't. I think it's the NFC North. Or it might be the NFC South. I can't remember. It is the NFC. It's the. Is it the South?
AFC. We play the AFC South.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it's the AFC
We
South.
played the North last year.
All right. Okay. All right. So it's still tough. It's still going to be tough. Anywho, so that is it for our team predictions. And that is definitely brought to you by Duke Cannon Supply Company. Duke Cannon makes great products, and everything that you buy goes towards veterans. I have been using Duke Cannon for quite a while now, and I love using their big ass bricks of soap, their thick body wash, their News Anchor thick shampoo. They have other products for men, real men. Don't be. They're not Yeti. They're for real men. Duke Supply Company. Use our affiliate in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Certain channels of love. All right. So we have to definitely talk about one more thing, and that is preseason game predictions. I'm bringing that over from definitely from Dirt and Turf podcast. If you all watched that. Let me bring it up. Preseason football. All right, so. Okay. So going on right now, we have the Seahawks, Titans, Bills, Steelers, Jets, Panthers, Commanders, Dolphins, Cardinals, Colts, Rams, Chargers, Bucks, Jags, Cowboys, Raiders, Packers, Broncos, and Saints, 49ers. We're gonna pick one game that we're gonna be taking a look at, and we're gonna talk about. We're gonna say who we think is going to be the breakout player of that game. So Once again, order is Tyler, Ryan, Chris, myself. Tyler, go ahead. Tyler.
He might be dealing with.
He might be. So
I was muted. Sorry.
All right.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go first. I'm in the middle of something.
Okay. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
All right. Which game am I predicting?
I'm assuming you're going to go after the Cardinals and Colts.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was allowed to predict that one since it's already started, but
yeah. Well, I mean, as long as your team isn't facing another person's team, then that's good.
All right. Well, I'll take for breakout player of the game. I guess I'll take potentially. I'd like to see Adonai Mitchell break out. I don't even know if they're going to play him though. But Adonai Mitchell would be the guy I'd like to see break out. He's our second round rookie that we got this year. Fell due to character concerns, but he played really well at Texas last year. Should have been the first Texas receiver drafted, but Xavier Worthy had to go out there and break the combine speed record.
Pretty much. Asshole. Now he's with the Chiefs.
I mean, that's literally the only reason why Worthy got picked before Adonai Mitchell.
Yep, was because of metrics, because of speed.
Yep.
All right.
Because he go fast.
Yep, he go fast. We need another Tyreek Hill to fuck everything up. Chris, are you watching the Dolphins game? Or going
on Google, they're currently up 7-0 to Washington.
Yep.
Now Colts, let's go.
I think a player I'm watching, and hopefully, he gets the majority of the snaps in the regular season. Achane, great pickup. Last year had a monster season. I hope he and Mostert could share rushing snaps, given that the Dolphins have probably one of the best receiving cores. I think we're going to see some good running football from Achane this year.
Nice. And now, Tyler, are you gonna? He's probably busy. So
I'm here. I'm here now.
Okay. So, what preseason? Your game.
My game not until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. But who do you think is going to be the breakout player of the Sentient Derps?
I really hope our Malik Neighbors breaks out tomorrow.
Right.
I hope Neighbors and a couple of our Wandell Robinson.
Hold on. The Giants lost to the Texans today.
Oh, was it today?
It was today, and the Texans won 28-10.
I wasn't paying attention because I've been at work.
Valid. All right. And as for me, the Bills are facing the Steelers. And interestingly enough, right now the quarterback who's there is the kisser of titties, Mr. Biscuits himself, Mitch Trubisky. Interestingly enough, Josh Allen hasn't had a snap. It was very interesting to me because Mitch Trubisky is 5 for 5 right now. It's a nothing game, but I think that the player that's going to definitely shine in the preseason, I'm going to say it's Khalil Shakir for Buffalo. He's definitely he's an experienced receiver for Buffalo. Probably the only one of that core left from last year that still knows the offense and still knows the comfort level, the compatibility of that offense, and able to keep that chemistry together. So that's who I think is going to be the breakout player. I mean, right now he only has 5 yards, but that's because Mitch Trubisky is mainly just being a check down merchant right now. But right now the Bills have the ball after a punt, after a 3 and out, from the Steelers, and they're in their own 13. So that is it for the hard count. We would definitely like to thank our sponsors, Fanatics, Dr. Squatch, Sleeves, W Energy, Fubo TV, Century PC, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, Bulletproof Coffee, and Duke Cannon Supply Company. I am Cobra. On behalf of Tyler, Ryan, and Chris, we'll see you on the field.
Put